Okay. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We are still not ice fishing with this thing, so that means more mods, because outside, well, let me just show you. This is what it looks like outside. It's about 50 degrees out today. Snow is gone. So we're just gonna keep working on this thing, and someday we'll get to use it ice fishing. I did actually get to drive it the other day. I took it up north before we had this rain and put 70 miles on it on the trail just so I could drive it, you know. So if you haven't been following along on my channel with this kind of series that we're doing here, this is my brand new 23 Skidoo Expedition 900 Ace Turbo R, and I bought it for trail riding and of course ice fishing. So if you guys haven't seen any of the other videos, we added some lights to this cargo box here, some on the back, some on the side, some on the inside, hooked up with a little switch here on the front. And then the next video we did was this auger mount on top here. Came out really good, and I think that's going to work out pretty good for us. You guys can check out those videos. I'll leave them down in the description below, and I'll also put them in the end card, so you can just finish watching this video and they should pop up at the end there. You can click on one of the other videos. Putting this on top was just kind of buying pieces and making it work, and then obviously doing the lights and stuff was just drilling holes and running wire. But today we're going to actually build something, I hope. This is the 2-up seat here that comes with the Expedition. You can see the framework on the bottom here. I'll give you a look at it, kind of just like a basic look at how this works. So you can see it's got these bars that fold down over the seat. The framework of the seat goes right over into these little channels right here. If you get it lined up right, just like that. And then this locks it down in there. And then you can just unlock it and pick it right off. Skidoo makes a rack system that hooks on the same way. I'll pop up a picture of it. It's stupid expensive. It's like $300, $400, $500. I don't even know what it is. It's at least $300. It would be pretty cool to have, just to have, you know, a rack right here to store stuff on, because this plastic cover, it's not very durable. You can't hold a lot of weight on there, and you'll definitely break it. So what I thought was we could make our own rack to go here, because I think this is a perfect spot for using my bait cooler here. This is my Frabil bait cooler, which I'm not 100% a fan of, but it's good for bigger trips, holds more bait, has a little aerator built in. Being able to set it here will make it so we don't even need to bring a jet sled or anything. We got our bait, we got our auger, we got our traps and everything else in here. I don't even need to bring a little sled with me. So if we could somehow mount that in there, that would be pretty sweet. So basically, I gotta build this frame piece here. That's what I gotta do. And we're just gonna weld something up. So I'm basically just gonna start fitting stuff to fit on there and just see what I come up with. A lot of the times when I do this stuff, I don't really have a plan. I just like to kind of wing it and fit it as it goes, and just cross my fingers. So that's what we're gonna do here. Why change it? It's always worked in the past. So, all right, let's see what we can build. Frame is done. It really wasn't all that bad. They both went together pretty good. I made 2 of them. I had enough metal, so I made one for me and one for Josh. I'm gonna paint both of these up and just give him the frame, and he can make his own box for it, because you know, he might want to do something for like his pack basket, and he may not want the same size box as me. So This is basically what the rack is, in case you guys want a little bit better look at what this looks like. Basically just kind of a little riser for our box. You can see the tabs we put on there. Don't look too closely. I'm not much of a welder, and I just built it to fit just over the top of this box here. Fits right down in those little recessed areas where the seat goes, and then I welded a few little tabs here on the top to bolt up through when we build our box. A lot of times when I do this stuff, people want to know all the specs and everything, and honestly, I just fit it to the snowmobile, but I can tell you these are 12-inch pieces, these are 3-inch pieces, and these are 18-inch pieces. I went with just 1/4-inch square tubing because it's easier to weld to itself rather than try to use that round stuff from the beginning. So it's all square tubing. So I painted up my frame here. I just did like a base coat black. I'm thinking I'm gonna bed line it because this stuff isn't all that durable. I'm gonna make the wooden base for this now. I just cut out the plywood. I had a really nice piece of plywood over in the corner here from when we did the truck cap camper. So you can see it's like a pretty nice plywood there. And I'm just gonna sand it a little bit. I just cut it out to the size of the box. I'm gonna do a 12 by 19. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand this, and then we'll cut the sides, screw all that together. Alright, let's see how this is gonna fit. Measure twice, cut once. Geez, I don't think I'm gonna get much better than that. That's pretty good. Is that gonna blow that out if I do that? It very well could. I might ruin this thing right here. Ah, it didn't. Perfect. Now it's time to make sure that this bait cooler is going to fit in there. Oh boy, she just fits. Perfect. This was actually a 10-inch board, which means it was like 9.5 inches or 9.25 inches or whatever they do. So I ripped it down to 8 inches so it could clear these latches because the 10-inch was too tall. So cut it on the table saw, and looks like it's going to fit perfect. I think what I'm going to do is just do the old burn technique. Just going to use this torch here, pull out the grain with this, just give it a little light sanding, and then we're going to finish it with this spar urethane here, which is for like outdoor marine use type stuff. So pretty thick, which will kind of yellow it a little bit, but that's what I'm deciding to do, because at least that way it's still got a more of a natural color. If it gets beat up, you're not going to be able to tell as much. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, something kind of like that. There. Sick. All right, the box is finally done. You can see how glossy it is. I put like 4 coats of that urethane on there, that spar urethane, and the inside is just like glass, which that's gonna get destroyed. We put a bunch of coats on it to kind of waterproof it, and I realized in the bottom of this, I'm probably gonna have to drill a couple little holes because, especially if I'm having my bait bucket in here, I'm gonna need some drain holes because stuff's gonna be sloshing around and probably will get, you know, if it's snowing, snow will get in there. It's gonna melt and I don't want it to sit in this box. So we're gonna have to put a couple drain holes, and I'm gonna put them right up towards the front because this box is gonna be a little bit tipped forward on the snowmobile, just the way that the snowmobile sits. So I'm just gonna take this little hole saw here and put a couple little holes in the front. All right, you can see my little drain holes there up in the front. I'm gonna seal those up with some urethane once we get this box all done, just so water doesn't seep into the grain on that. The other thing I'm gonna do to this, I had some of this angle aluminum kicking around from another project, so I think I got enough of it. I'm gonna use it to go around the outer edge of the box to just kind of keep it from getting beat up all bad on the corners. That's really the only part that's probably gonna get beat up, is putting stuff in and out of this box on the corner. So I got this, why not? We'll just toss it on there, so. All right, so put that trim on the edge of the box. See, that came out pretty good. Give it a little bit of extra protection, just putting stuff in and out of the box, because that edge is gonna get really beat up. Hopefully, these all line up perfectly. They should. Yep. Yep, saw that coming. The right tool for the right job. All right, so the box is done, and I just want to show you guys, this is my ice fishing rig here. In the last video we did the auger mount and everything, and I also forgot to show you this. With the auger mount, you can still open up the hatch and the auger will stay on there. Forgot to show that in the last video, but you can go watch that video if you want, see how we built that. But here's the box, fits on just like this, and then the turnbuckles tighten right down. I'll show you that a little bit better here. You can shake the whole snowmobile with that, and then we can drop our bait bucket right in there. No problem. Fits perfect. Get right at the latches, flip it up, get our bait out. And when we get on the snowmobile, we've got plenty of room between that box and the seat. I wanted to make sure I had plenty of room there so that never touched the seat or anything like that, and you know, you still got room to kind of move around and get on and off the snowmobile. So came out pretty good. I like it. I thought about maybe putting some rod holders on the side of this. I'm not gonna do it right now. I'd like to use this and fish with it a little bit to see what else I might want to do to it, but for now that's how it's going to stay. And I think it'll be pretty cool. It was kind of a wasted space right there when that seat's off. So that'll make it so we don't have to use a sled to haul behind at all. We can just put our traps right in the bin here. Our bait's all here, auger. We're ready to go fishing. So If you guys want to see anything else done to this, leave in the comments below. Let me know what you think of this box. If you guys want to see how I'm going to hook up my Hummingbird to this, it's going to be a super quick disconnect mount. I've already done it. It takes like about 2 seconds, so I can show you that in another video. That might be next, but hopefully we're going to be using this in the next couple weeks here, starting to build some ice, and excited to get out on it. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next video.